Hi Monster High fans and parents of Monster High fans. I wanted to show you guys the new bed that I made for Jinafire Long last night. She is, of course, the daughter of the Chinese dragon, and she's also an exchange student at Monster High from China, of course. And of course that meant that I had to give her bed a Chinese feeling. And it all started when I saw this guy at Michael's. And he was $10.99, so he was very expensive. And he is a horned Chinese dragon, but when I saw him, I thought, I don't care, I gotta work him into Jinafire's bed some way, somehow, because he's perfect. And then this other headdress that I had was actually from my mother. You can see how the headband on it is broken. This was a present that my mother gave to my daughter, but by the time my mother gave it to her, the headband was already broken and my daughter never got to wear it. And it's supposed to be like a headgear that Chinese princesses used to wear. So what I did was I painted the pink flower yellow to be more close to Jinafire's flower on her head. And then these tassels are the perfect color, but the problem is they're tangled. So I cut them off and I hot glued them to a dowel rod that I had painted black. I hot glued that dowel rod to the top of the headdress, and then I hot glued 2 more black dowel rods to the back of the headdress so that when you turned it around, it could kind of form some kind of a headboard. I don't know if you guys can see that. The next thing I had is from Hobby Lobby, and it's this piece of plastic pendant that looks like cinnabar. Cinnabar is very Chinese looking to me. Cinnabar is like painted wood. And then to make the headboard, I took an old box of vitamins, just the box, and this red felt, and this gold tassel ribbon, and I hot glued the red felt on top of the vitamin box, and then I hot glued the gold tassel ribbon to the top of the vitamin box. And this is kind of going to be the platform for the dragon to be glued on. You see? There's the vitamin box. So first I hot glued the vitamin box to the Chinese headdress headboard, and then I hot glued the dragon on top of the platform. And now her headboard is done. Then for the bed, I took a Michael's smooth foam block and this decorative pillow cover for $3.99. It looked like kind of red Chinese satin. And I cut it apart, which I felt slightly bad about, and I hot glued it to the smooth foam block to make her a bed. And then I hot glued the gold tassel ribbon around the sides and the front. And this piece of fabric came from Joann's, and to me it reminds me of scales, a dragon's scales. This piece of fabric also came from Joann's, and to me it reminds me of Chinese brocade. So I just cut off 2 pieces and hot glued them to each other, and I hot glued a black ribbon in between. And then I thought I should finish the whole thing with the black ribbon, and so this is how her blanket came out. And then I actually like it, but what I did also do next was make her pillows, and I forgot to capture any footage of that. This is just a cylindrical thing, a pillow that I made by rolling up some ribbon that I had from Holly O'Hare's bed left over. I made this pillow with the scale fabric by hot gluing 2 good sides to each other, pulling it out, stuffing it with toilet paper, hot gluing the rest, and then hot gluing a ribbon around it. And the same goes for this larger red brocade pillow. It's just the red brocade fabric, 2 good sides hot glued to each other, pulled out, the black ribbon hot glued to the sides and stuffed with toilet paper. I'm sorry I didn't capture that on footage, but I think we've done it plenty of times that you guys know how it's made. So now it's time to finish off the bed. We're going to put the pillows on to the bed, and then this blanket, and then to cut the uniformity of red, green, that's why I made this very crude cylinder pillow. Someone's got to teach me how to make one. And then the final piece is taking the red cinnabar pendant and trying to stick it on top of the dragon's tongue to look like he's kind of playing with a ball. And ta-da! The bed is finished. Now, Jinafire, come look at your bed. Come on. I see your tail. There you are. And she's saying, ta-da! Do you guys like this bed? At this point, it's 2 in the morning, and I'm not even sure I like the bed, so I will wait until the light of day. And this is the next morning, and I had moved her bed over to a brown shelf. And I do like it, actually. The bed pokes out over the edge of the shelf because I made the headboard kind of thick because the dragon needed a thick platform. But overall, I like this bed. Now let me know what you guys think, and as always, thanks for watching.